Welcome to Big Business with Sarah, the show for experienced entrepreneurs who want to grow their impact and income through value-based outputs. Are you a freelancer or a small business owner with 10 to 20 years of work experience? And is it finally time for you to reap the fruits of your labor and to recreate the business you will love? My name is Sarah Berkenkamp, and I'm helping you every Thursday to take your dream business closer to reality. Do not forget to subscribe to my show and catch every episode. Welcome to episode 9 of the Big Business podcast, How to Nail Your Mails. 3 tips for success. And before we start with talking about email marketing, I'd like to share with you my new offer. It's a 3-week intensive with 3 private coaching calls with me and daily Voxer access to me. And Voxer is like a walkie-talkie app, so it's really like having me in your back pocket. So if you have a quick question, you can just jump online and speak up and I will help you. And we're going to tackle one of your business challenges or problems. So for instance, are you not sure about your offer? How to present it, how to communicate this? Are you not sure about your ideal clients? Are you not happy with your clients? And or are you not sure where to start if you want to take your offline business, for instance, as a freelancer online? I am here to help you. And I think it's going to be, I know because I already started it, I think it's going to be a very interesting process for you. It's really 3 intensive weeks, super focused on your goal. And I'm very happy to help you. I'm very determined also to help you. So you can check the description below to find all the information on this 3-week intensive. And hurry, because my weeks are really filling up. I'm already talking to people in the DMs. A lot of people already signed up for this. And I'm already helping some lovely ladies with their challenges in business. And it's actually really a lot of fun. Let's get started. Have you checked your mailing list lately? It's simultaneously our biggest asset and also largest pain in the neck, isn't it? So sending out the most fitting emails at the right time can be the single best thing you can do for your business. It's a perfect way to engage and share value and add some good money to your bank accounts. And especially since social media is a lovely way to connect, your profile can always be hacked. The social media can stop, as we've seen last summer, and then you've lost really everything, especially with a hacked account. I remember so many business owners being super stressed out about not being able to communicate with their clients because they were so reliant on their social media. And then actually you really need an emailing list. So you only have to do it right? I mean, you have to, you're collecting email addresses, you're not sending emails out. But I've got you here, I've got your back here with 3 tips to nail your mails. So you think the problem is I don't have enough people on my mailing list, but the actual problem is you have to start small and start growing. I'm going to give you 3 tips, as I said before. The first tip is know your target audience. I've said it before and I will say it again. Your audience is the fuel to your business. It is thanks to your potential clients that you get to do what you love to do on a daily basis. And if you know exactly how to reach those clients, really, great job. Keep on going and also keep on growing that email list. But it's imperative to that you keep the right audience in mind when you're sending out your emails. So that means writing in the correct tone of voice and offering a solution for their specific pains. So pains are, for instance, I can't find enough clients. I don't know how to make this exhibition. I'm just saying something. I don't know. My hands are dirty and I need soap. But it also means that you need to segment your audience into different groups, right? So I have, for instance, I am focused on you as an experienced entrepreneur. And I guess you might have a large email list, really depending on the business that you are working in, but maybe you are more present on social media, or maybe you think that the only people on your list should be your current or past clients. No, there should also be your potential clients. So for instance, honest alert, I did not have a mailing list. Before starting, to make my business completely online, I did not have a mailing list. Yes, I had a lot of email addresses, but I didn't send out anything to those people. And currently I am sending out weekly emails, mostly with a podcast episodes or launches of new products and offers. And you can do this too. And I really realized, also being visible on social media, but also being visible through email, that people understand what I'm doing and know where to find me. Maybe also say to someone else, you know what, you should subscribe to this email list because this and this. So there's not one audience segment that is more important than the other. It's just a case of providing the right value for your right offer and your right client. So imagine you've made a certain offer. Imagine which client is this helping. So for instance, how I've done this as well is I separated my warm leads and my cold leads. Also in my Airtable lead tracker. I'm trying to remember which episode it was, and I'm talking about it. I think it was episode 3 or 4 that I'm talking about growing your network. And so I'm talking there about my lead tracker and how I'm using it. And I've also divided that lead tracker into warm leads and cold leads. And I've kind of dissected that from and use this as well in my email list. Because every target group needs a different approach, right? I mean, you're not talking the same way you're talking to a grandmother or a small child. Well, maybe actually you do. Bad example, but I don't know. To one client and the other, you're talking completely different. And I also would like to suggest that you are going to automate this. So that's how you're doing that. It's funnels. And yes, it's a super time investment at first, but it will get the right information to the audience that needs it, and also to you. You see the behavior of your audience immediately. So optimizing your funnels leads to more followers, to more sales, and ultimately, you've guessed it, to more freedom. And really, you being able to choose with who you want to work with the offer you want to create, etc. So I've been hand building some funnels for the past couple of weeks. And by the way, you can also subscribe to my mailing list. I will write it down in the description of this episode. So please do subscribe. The second tip I want to give you is give your audience a lot of free value. So gaining your audience's trust is really of the essence here. So why would somebody buy from you without the evidence that it works, right? So I talked about this as well in one of my previous episodes about the samples that Aesop, that soap brand gave me. And really, you're not going to spend a lot of money on something if you're not really sure how it works. So maybe you want to give a free webinar. Maybe you want to give a workbook. That is something that I'm doing every time that I'm recording a podcast episode. I'm sure that you are receiving a free value, a free workbook. So for this episode, I've also created a mailing guide for you. You can also find it in the description and download it. So it's really for you to understand what I'm doing. Really understand how I can help you, if I can help you, if you like my approach. I like to be very forward in my approach. And so that's really up to you then. After listening to me, after downloading that, then the choice is yours. So the best way to show your leads that they desperately need your product or your service is to provide them with free value. And guess what? Your emails are the perfect tool to do so. So think about sharing tips that will make your your audience's life so much easier. And once they're hooked, they will automatically see their need for your offer. And you might think, I don't have any tips to share, or I don't, want to give all. I want to give all my value away for free. By the way, I'm giving a lot of free value here in this podcast, and I'm always thinking, should I do that? But actually, when I'm, creating the big business course, I'm like, no, it's tip of the iceberg. It's fine. My clients, my paying clients are getting a ton more value. But I trust you as well. I mean, you can download every free guide. It's really up to you, but it will help you so much more if I'm actually your coach and helping you along the way. So I was talking about, giving away all your value for free, not knowing what to share. Think about it this way. What is obvious to you isn't always obvious to all of us. So start at the base of your offer and use a mind map to find your audience's tough spots. Or maybe from your clients what is difficult for them and that you're always helping them with. Write it down. So one of my best friends, Jan, he listens to my podcast religiously. Hello, Jan. And he told me he didn't understand where my content comes from. How do I make all of this up? How do I do it? And he was kind of thinking, about himself, how he would handle this. And he said that he really wouldn't know what to talk about. So I'm telling Jan, and I already told Jan, try to imagine all the things that you've learned and are doing regularly. There's your content. All the questions that your clients are asking you, that's your content. That's what you're doing. The way that you work, you can actually explain it. And the third tip I want to give you is don't forget about storytelling. So remember when you were a kid, you heard a lot of fairy tales, right? And I mean a lot. I mean, I read one this morning. I don't know how to translate it, so I'm not going to do it. But I love fairy tales. And why do I love it? Because it's easy to remember them. And you wonder maybe why that is. Well, I'm not wondering at all, because I know exactly what the reason is for that memory. It's because of storytelling. We humans are built to understand stories, to share stories, to pass down stories. That's really how our civilization currently has emerged. It's through telling stories. And every story has a beginning, a middle part, and an ending. We know this. And so the middle part always consists of a struggle and a solution. And you get the drift, right? And I want you to make sure your emails will be remembered. So I want to give you, you to have a look at Story Brand by Donald Miller. It's a really good book, and I'm using it too for my emails, but also for this podcast, actually. So yeah, you know what? Just write your very own fairy tale, and you will have clients run to you. So that's it. I'm quickly going to summarize. Know your target audience, give heaps of free value, and don't forget about storytelling. And it's really up to you now. And are you ready to tackle your email journey? Or can you use a little help to guide you along the way? I've got you. You can download my free mailing guide checklist to give you a head start right here. And it's completely free, so you can download it and really enjoy this. And let's nail your mails. And do not forget to check out my 3-week intensive offer. I'm very happy to help you. And the sooner you sign up, the sooner I'm able to help you. Thank you so much for listening. And do not forget to subscribe and rate my podcast. And please do share this with your friends or people that you think this might help them. And I will see you next week for episode 10.